Last time on Rise and Fall of Gods, we were helping Emma on her god quest. Punk bubbles cause destruction at the market and can be used as glue, apparently. There's someone watching us who we believe might have the warlord's symbol. We went to an older building where Emma felt the call of the gods and also needed to stay on the ground level, so we took the elevator down to an old mine entrance while she went across to a bookstore. But don't worry, Punk Bubbles gave her a knife to protect herself. And crab people are canon now? Question mark? Down there, we found an undead creature of some kind, frail-looking old woman who turned out was a vampire, Sarah, a former tailor. We found out that vampires can apparently drink coconut milk and pineapple to sustain themselves, so they don't need blood. They can be vegan.
Thanks to the most ridiculous roll.
You mean the best roll?
If that had been a 20, pineapples would have been a cure for vampires.
Instead, they can just help you be normal, which there are apparently recorded incidents of vampirism getting under control and then people being able to lead normal lives. Then we found a small broken stone figure. There was a stone lantern that's part of a carving that was removed for safekeeping and belonged to the goddess of the underground, that was moved to keep everyone safe when they were resting after the war ended. 2 pieces were broken and hidden. This one and another one that's somewhere above ground. So we went to another old building that's likely the origin point of the city of East Hollow, and Philomena made eye contact with the hooded figure who's been stalking us. So we escaped behind a secret tunnel, behind a door, behind a tapestry in the building, before he could see us. And we just needed to follow a straight line and go a couple of days underground. And that's what we did, roughly speaking.
Pretty good recap.
Crab people.
I still don't remember what the crab people thing is.
We'll find out. We will find out someday.
Will we? When it comes out? When Brianna listens to it back and to edit it and then goes, oh yeah, that's what the crab people were.
When we get a sudden ping about crab people in the chat.
It'll just be in all caps.
Crab people!
It has been long enough that my really bad memory, I don't remember anyone's character's name. I remember someone's a cat.
I'm a cat. Meow. Well, you're Punk Bubbles. Hopefully you remember that.
I am in fact Punk Bubbles, yeah.
Yep, that's our guy. That's the little guy. She's a feisty one.
It's a little friend.
It's our little friend who likes giving children knives.
Yeah, so we have Korrin, who is a cat person. And then we have Philomena, who is the halfling who will wreck you if she needs to. Because halflings are perfect dick punching height. So you made it through the tunnels, and you are now in the middle of the woods. Not familiar woods. No idea where you are. You've just been continuing to travel in a direction that you think will eventually lead you to a road. Who's kind of taking point on the figuring out where to go? I feel like Korrin makes the most sense for trying to find a way through the woods.
Yeah, probably.
True.
Naturalist and all that. The woods is my home.
It'd be funnier if Punk did it, but that's not what we're doing.
Oh, Punk Bubbles will always give us something funny to go with.
Punk Bubbles was the one that figured out how to fix the vampires, so...
Oh, yeah!
Who else would think pineapple?
Though Punk Bubbles was thinking coconut only had pineapple. It's like, yeah, close enough. Apparently it was. So do you have an ability, or are you just gonna straight roll to see how you go about finding your way out of the woods?
I think it's just straight using my wits and experience of being a cat.
Okay.
And that's an 18, so yeah, I'm a cat who lives in the woods.
What are you looking for? What are you trying to lead the group to so you can find some idea of where the hell you are, aside from in the woods?
Well, we probably had a general idea of the direction we were heading into, so I can kind of make sure we have our bearings, checking the trees for moss, looking tracking the sun, all of the nice, goodly little survival bits.
Find a river. There's usually some civilization around along a river.
Yep. Listen for running water and follow it down until you can smell the signs of life, fire, food cooking, what have you.
You travel along for a couple of days before you start realizing you might be far deeper into the woods than you realized at first. It's not that bad to travel. I mean, gets a little hot sometimes, have to occasionally deal with critters trying to steal your food. There's just not a lot out here aside from nature. Keep going, and I want all of you just to roll straight 20 as you are traveling along.
2.
14.
15.
Nice. So, Punk Bubbles, what's going through your mind as you're walking through the woods?
Oh, good question. Mostly nothing.
I refuse to believe that Punk Bubbles is doing anything but no thoughts, head empty while in the woods.
Yeah, it's mostly head thoughts.
There is no dramatic monologue for the woods.
I don't know why I always mess up that phrase. No thoughts, head empty. It becomes head thoughts, no empty. I don't.
Love it.
I can't
That
talk.
works.
I can't speak.
You're just off chasing butterflies.
You're just kind of bopping around, having a nice time, picking up all kinds of, like, sticks and debris in your feet, but it just kind of, like, gets absorbed and dissolved.
Yeah, head is totally empty. Just catching some bugs, maybe.
Did you find any cool rocks?
Yo, so many cool rocks. I'm just shoveling rocks into the barrel.
The Punk Bubbles is just having a great time. What about the other two? What are y'all looking for, talking about, thinking about?
I'm thinking about how both, well, at least Emma, seems to have some kind of communication and know what she's supposed to be doing, and I've never had that.
I mean, you know to go to Haven's Reach, but that's about it.
Yeah, but like, I've never heard from the god that has chosen me, to my knowledge. I have felt the pull, but there was no, like, this is why. There is no guidance. I'm just chosen, I guess.
Give me another 20 roll.
Okay. That's a 5.
You don't know why your god's not talking to you. No clue. Maybe they're upset with you. Maybe you haven't proven yourself enough. You have no idea why.
Korrin, you were chosen, right? When you found your... I've forgotten the name for your weapon. I'm sorry.
I only have the fangs right now, right? I'm seeking the claws.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have the fangs.
Tybalt's fangs. I suppose you could call it that.
You ever gotten anything else from them?
See, that's the difference between folks like you and those like me. Cats are very social creatures, sure, but not so much in words. I can feel it. It's almost like a purring in the back of your mind. Does your mind purr?
No.
Maybe it does, and you just don't know how to feel it.
Yeah, I can't... Well, I can't say I've ever purred.
Perhaps the gods don't know how to communicate on a level that we're used to, and we are unable to hear whatever noise they're making.
Emma seemed to. Once we got into it, she She seemed to know exactly what to do, exactly where everything was.
She's a child. Everything's simpler at that age. You're learning all sorts of new things, so you're probably more likely to understand what it is you're feeling.
I guess that makes sense. That's the last time I felt anything.
Well, try feeling something now. The wind on your face, the sun.
Korrin, roll me a 20.
16.
Have the thought of maybe her god's not fully awake yet.
I think Punk Bubbles is listening to this and internally is just another god abandoning their child. As it always is, as it always shall be. And Punk Bubbles walks up and just like gives you like a cool rock.
Thank you, I'll treasure it. I think.
Ugh. Stick it in her pocket with the 6 other rocks he's given you for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
They will be cherished. And maybe thrown at someone at an opportune moment. Or inopportune moment, I don't know.
Is there ever an inopportune moment to throw a rock at someone?
I throw a rock at you.
Ow. Okay, point proven.
If you had to ask, perhaps you need to give them more time. The gods have been asleep for a very long while, not the rocks. I don't know about you, but I certainly can't speak well first thing in the morning.
More time.
Yeah, if they have a plan, they can deal with it as they want. We'll just live our lives in the meantime.
Question for the DM. Do you remember how old Foster and I were when we found the library? We weren't very old.
I think you were like 11 or 12. Just old enough to know better, but also still young enough to get away with mischief. Which you all got away with that beautifully, by the way.
Yeah, we did. Well, you know, if I give them all the time they want, I'm going to be dead before they talk to me again, so... I've already given them over a decade. Really.
So they're a late sleeper.
Reminds me of Foster.
Is there anything that doesn't?
Not at the moment, no!
Good. Use that to keep going.
And it's around this moment that the two of you both spot something. You've been spotting it off and on for a couple of days now. There's this wolf that's been following you. It's been at a distance. You haven't gotten a really good look at it, but you've caught enough glimpses of this wolf just following you around that you know you're not imagining it. There's a wolf stalking you. Punk Bubbles has not noticed this at all in the slightest. Punk Bubbles is just having a good time bip-bopping around, collecting shiny things and eating butterflies.
Living the best life.
Yeah.
Do you think that thing is friendly?
At this point, I'm not considering anything we're not already acquainted with friendly.
Oh, hey now. It hasn't been that long since we met.
Yeah, but we're acquainted.
Usually we just run right into each other. Yes, that's a good acquaintance.
It hasn't attacked, which is a good sign. Unless it is stalking us on behalf of the warlord, which is a bad sign. Or it's luring us somewhere, also a bad sign. Or maybe it's a portent for another god, and that's a beige sign. I don't know.
Well, if it already knows we're here and we already know it's here, then what's the harm in saying hi?
Teeth. And claws.
I have those too.
I'm aware you've said so already. But you are a friend, and I can speak with you, and I do not know if that is an animal that can speak.
Also, you don't know where it is. You just briefly saw it and it disappears.
Yeah, also it's gone again.
Well, If it comes by to say hi, you can always throw a rock at it.
Which is a very good way to get bitten, but thank you.
Although, if there's a wolf nearby, then we might be still quite far away from any people or civilization.
The rest of the day passes uneventfully. You usually only glimpse the wolf once, maybe twice a day. But it's been every single day since you left the tunnel. Starts to get dark, you find a nice little place to settle down and camp out for the evening.
Bubbles is seemingly grabbing every single rock they've collected, holding it up like they're proud of it, and like speaking in gibberish, like it's giving each one a name, and just putting it in a pile.
Oh.
And what do Philomena and Korrin do before you settle down for the night?
I think Korrin would just climb up a tree, sit on a branch, and stare at the sky for a bit. Enjoy being out in the middle of nature. See the stars.
This is very much your element. You could probably get used to it here. It's nice.
It's like, I don't know where I am, but it's home. I'm here.
Phil is staring at the fire. Just stewing. There's a lot of unknowns. That wolf is still out there, still trailing us, so either we have a stalker again, or something. Still thinking about Emma. Just sort of contemplating.
So you stare at the fire until the fire dwindles down. And you just lay back and stare at the stars for a bit before you nod off to sleep. And there's a moment where you could swear you won't see Foster's face in the stars, but no, that would be weird. Stars don't do that. And the next day you all wake up to find an unfamiliar Damonborn sitting at the remains of your fire. Young, female, dark green skin, horns that start at the top, kind of like swoop back and then hook up. And she's got a bow resting on her horns, and she's looking incredibly bored.
Excuse me? Did you steal my fucking character design?
It's fine. I might be stealing from old one-shots that I've run. I promise it will make sense. So, what do you do when you wake up and you see this?
First of all, I will note, Hung Bubbles is slightly bigger than they were than last night. Fully unrelated to anything. Otherwise, Hung Bubble shifts into red at the sight of a stranger. And hands become like spiked maces in preparation for murder.
Aw, so cute.
I love how cute little slime boy. Very eager for the violence.
Mother, I crave violence.
Mother, I crave violence.
Korrin just sits up, pulls out the fangs, and is just at attention immediately. Still in the tree, though. Just crouching.
Okay. This might as well happen.
You know, you should really travel with more caution if you don't want to be followed.
Thanks for the advice, I guess.
Who are you?
I'm someone who needs help, and you should be glad I'm the only one that was following you. Are you ready to go? We have work to do.
Just like that. Not gonna tell us a name, or...
I totally didn't forget to give this character a name. What are you talking about?
Hi, my name is Fantasy Name Generator. Nice to meet you.
See, that's when I say stuff like, my name isn't important right now.
But we have to go.
You can call me Hyson. I live here, and there's something dangerous. Not all too far from here. I need your help with to deal with.
How do you know there isn't something dangerous right here?
Because I've been following you for the past several days. Thankfully, you haven't caught his attention yet, so...
Do you know anything about a wolf?
I was assuming it was a shape-shifting thing.
Yes, which is why you want him to say it out loud. She
No,
should
you're right.
Tell us.
Sorry.
It's like, hey, are you gonna fess up?
Is that your wolf or were you the wolf?
Whatever makes you feel more comfortable.
That answer doesn't.
You can tell by the look on her face that, yeah, it's been her. She also did state that she's the only one that's been following you for the past couple of days.
I mean, a familiar is still like... Anyway.
We need to know if it'd be awkward if we give head scritches to the wolf, okay?
I mean, I'm not going to complain.
Okay. Fine, you're the wolf, whatever. What are we doing and why did you pick us to do it? We kind of have a place that we're trying to go.
There's someone nearby who's forgotten who they are. I haven't been able to convince them, but perhaps with some help, can help them remember. Also, you're the only ones in these woods that don't work for him.
Who is him?
His name is not yet remembered, at least not correctly.
I don't love that.
Different from the person who's lost their memory?
They lost their memory, they don't correctly remember who they are, so their name is not yet remembered correctly. Some things are complicated.
Tell me about it. Why do you think 3 complete strangers would be able to help your friend remember themselves?
Friend is a good word. You're the only other people in these woods.
Cool.
There were others, but something happened several years ago and they're a little hard to get a hold of right now.
Not ominous at all. I would like to roll some sort of a sense motive-y type thing here.
Roll a 20 and we'll see what you get on a vibe check.
Vibe check is 15.
What specifically are you trying to figure out about them?
If they're trustworthy and if have good intentions, like we're not gonna go accidentally start an apocalypse or bring somebody back who really shouldn't be remembered, kind of deal.
You get that she's being very honest. Not trying to hide things, just some things she either doesn't know how to explain or can't explain for reasons. Because sometimes old magic can do weird things. But she has no intention of harming you. Because remember, she also has been stalking you for the past several days and hasn't done anything yet. Genuinely wants to help this person. Just maybe doesn't interact with people a lot.
I get that.
Okay, gang, a vote. Who votes we continue on our way, and who votes we help the person with the bow and the wolf with the teeth and the claws and an amnesiac friend?
At this point, I think PB has slowly just turned yellow and just looks around confused. And just looks at the two and goes, points to this person and goes, friend?
Unclear.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to roll something? Casey, does Philomena want to roll to figure something out, or?
Yeah.
Give me the vibe check.
I will perform a vibe check. 12 on the vibe check.
Looking for anything in particular?
There's a lot of why me's going around.
That's a valid question. You've just had... It's been a weird time for you.
It's so weird. Yeah, kind of I would like to try and say something that would... I don't know. I don't know. Lay it on me. 12.
You get the same read that Korrin did, that this person means well, genuinely wants to help their friend, isn't trying to harm you, doesn't interact with people a lot, which also means probably wouldn't be asking for help if she didn't, really need it. For the why me? From the way she's looking at your companion, she seems more interested in getting your help in particular.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
You clock that. You don't know why.
Pump Bubbles is confused. Korrin, what say you?
Well, it can't be that far out of the way, can it? We don't have to go the most direct route to wherever it is we're going. Korrin does not want to say anywhere that we're going out loud.
Yeah. Alright, that's a vote and a half for helping this stranger who's been stalking us for 2 days. Let's go.
Oh, okay. I can help you get to where you're going after this. I know these woods very well.
Once we decide we're helping them, which obviously means they're friends. Punk Bubbles is like a bright cyan and walks up, holds out a rock and goes, Jeremy.
Oh, thank you. Just, like, takes it, like, holds it like it's something very special. Thank you.
Okay.
Tucks it in a pocket. Alright, let's go. He's this way. Sets off in the woods.
Alright, we're doing this. Okay.
Yeah. I feel like at this point you can hear all the rocks bouncing around in the barrel.
We've got our own percussion section.
Like, rattle, 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 rattle.
It'll be really funny when we start running and it's just a maraca.
We could really help you gain momentum rolling down a hill.
Yep. So do y'all have any questions for her?
I mean, so many, but...
Yeah.
Okay.
Asking any questions as you go?
I'm physically unable.
You did this to yourself.
I sure did.
Babe, this character is all your own fault.
You've been able to sign language before. You can pantomime, you
Yeah.
can charades. You can say simple words. It's your character, you can find a way.
Oh, I know, but I love this. I love just being a fucked up little guy.
We're aware.
It's delightful. Korrin, Philomena, y'all got any questions for Hyson as she's just set off through the woods, tail swishing happily back and forth. She's got a special little like bag on her tail where you saw her tuck the rock.
So what can you tell us about this friend of yours that we're helping? How did they get away?
That was also going to be my question, yes. What are we walking into?
Why do you think we'd have any assistance with memories?
She glances at you, Korrin, briefly, like, turns around, just keeps walking backwards. Like, looks at you, looks to Philomena, and then gives you another look and says, really? Or if you want to roll a 20 to see what you read from that.
I will always take an opportunity to roll a 20. 4! I knew my luck would run out.
What you get from that look is she doesn't know either. She is grasping from straws, and possibly leading you into a trap. You don't know! Philomena, would you like to roll to see what you get from that, or Punk Bubbles?
Oh, I would love to, because
Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
there's already a weird, me, as opposed to at any of my friends, which is weirding me out. That's a 16.
1.
Aww.
We love a Punk Bubbles.
Punk Bubbles, you get distracted by a butterfly and start to wander off. Philomena, what you
Hell
get
yeah,
is,
hell yeah.
No.
Bird.
Close enough, but...
Is this a pigeon?
No, it's not a pigeon. We're not in the city, it's not a pigeon. It's just a really big butterfly. I'll say, Philomena, you see that look, and there's something about you. She thinks you can help this person remember. You specifically.
Okay.
And it's not because you've met this person before.
Okay.
If you want to roll another 20 to see if you can figure out why.
I do?
Or do you want to ask? You can also ask with your words.
I could, instead of continuing to vibe check. But I don't think I'm going to. do either. I'm going to ask what seems to be more pressing, in my opinion. What actually are we walking into? You said you have a friend who does not seem to be themselves. Can you maybe elaborate a little bit on that?
She turns back around and continues walking forward. Hasn't broken stride, but is walking slow enough to where you can keep up.
My very short legs, please.
Philomena, you're having a time. In more than one way. And she just responds over her shoulder. Well, so what I think happened is when he woke up, someone told him who he was, but they told him the wrong thing, and now he's very confused as to who he is, and I can't get him to remember who he actually is. And it's causing problems.
Okay.
As you can see, and as she points to the woods around her, you notice things, I think specifically Korrin would notice that things are starting to look a little different. Like things aren't growing quite right. It was subtle at first, but the farther you go, the more weird things are starting to look.
Oh, for the love above and below.
I don't know if you fully clock that, but that could also just be your reaction, Philomena, to the very vague response you just got.
Yeah.
Based on what I'm seeing, I'm rather keen to meet this friend of yours all of a sudden. You mentioned old magic, yes?
She didn't mention old magic. I think I said something about it.
Because this would be old magic indeed that can affect plants in this way. Does this look strange to you? All of you?
Do I need a check?
Yeah, if you want to roll to see what you notice. Punk bubbles as well.
2.
4.
Hey, that's double your last one, and that's double.
Yeah.
double.
So
Oh my
far I've gotten 2, 1, 2. I'm doing great today.
Wow. Aw.
You're on fire!
This is going great.
Hopefully not really, because that barrel is flammable.
What's funnier for a failure? You don't notice, or you notice the wrong thing?
That'd be great if Punk Bubble was just staring at something super not important at all.
A very uncool rock.
Yeah, just a weird rock.
So it's a piece of bark that fell onto the ground, and you think it's a rock, but that's not what rocks are supposed to look like. So you're just staring at this piece of bark on the ground.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Oh, you sweet summer child.
These are just woods. There's nothing weird about these woods at all. You don't know what they're talking about.
I have to say, I'm really more of a city girl.
That is a very strong word to describe Springhelm with.
Yes, I am aware. A village girl, perhaps?
Touch grass.
We're walking on a lot of it.
Yeah, that's how I started noticing that something was going wrong over here, and I've been trying to find someone to help, because unfortunately it happened after the thing happened with the other people here, so I haven't had anyone to help me with this.
Do you think they're all related somehow, all connected?
There is a possibility that what happened to my friend led to what happened to the other people. Well, and also there have been some other travelers in here that I've tried to get to help, but none that could know what I need them to know.
Well, that's vaguely unhelpful.
I've been trying to get a solution for this for God, how long has it been? 20 years now? I think.
It's a very specific number.
Somewhere around there. It's harder to keep specific track. I don't know specifics. But around when I noticed this.
That's a long time.
Oh, wait, don't step on that. Come on, this way. She's leading you. It's not a direct path. It's occasionally will, like, turn and, like, go around another way. Kind of a meandering path through the woods, but she seems to know exactly where she's going.
I feel like at this point, Korrin would just like turn to a fern or something in the woods to try and coax it to grow, like using command nature. See, like, can I help this thing? Is this beyond me? What's wrong with you? You poor little plant.
And that's just something that it just happens, or...
It just happens. Well, a rhyming couplet, but I don't know if I can come up with a rhyming couplet off the cuff again.
So you reach down to this plant and try and coax some life into it, and roll me a 20.
2. The curse is catching.
You see it starts to grow like it's supposed to, and then very quickly changes and becomes more twisted.
Oh. Oh no.
Relief is a powerful thing.
So it would seem.
So, we're getting a lot of vague half answers. So why do you think I'll be able to help? Specifically me.
I think at this point, this is the first time she's actually stopped to answer something. And she stops and she looks back.
And Punk Bubbles runs into her.
Punk Bubbles, roll 20 as you run into her because you were distracted and didn't notice she stopped.
15.
We're taking turns.
So as you just, pun intended, barrel on into her because you weren't paying attention when she stopped, she doesn't move. It feels like she should, like, bump or give, but you just kind of, like, bounce off of her. You don't fall, so that's good. You don't bounce back and ricochet off and fall. But after you bounce off, it's like her tail wraps around the bottom of the barrel to stabilize and keep you from falling, and then just kind of, like, lets go as she's looking at Philomena.
Her prehensile tail.
Well, okay.
I think as she's looking at you, Philomena, also her eyes are like a mixture of, like, mottled brown and green, kind of like the forest floor. And she says, because you're the closest connection I have. I know she's not fully awake yet, but there still is the connection there. Does Korrin want to roll to see what you got from that interaction?
Oh yeah. I want to make sure I'm picking up what she's putting down. 19.
You're smelling what she's stepping in.
You're pretty sure she's referring to Philomena's god.
Yeah. Just a nice little smile comes across Korrin's face. Oh, little one. What? You are?
She turns back around to continue walking, and she says, who knows? Maybe this will help her to wake up a little faster. Just keeps walking. Continuing to take this indirect path through the woods that I think at this point you are all starting to notice things don't look right. It looks like the nature around you is trying to grow into pure monstrous. It's not quite working, it's just really weird and creepy.
So like the lemony citrus fruits that just look like twisted fingers kind of deal.
Yeah.
The demon fruits, yeah.
So what's going through your head right now, Philomena? Aside from why me?
Well, she pretty well answered that one. There is a vague thought that how rare are demonkin?
Demon board? I mean, they're not everywhere, but they're not super rare.
Were there any others in Springhelm?
There are probably a couple others. And you've seen them passing through town. You saw them in the last town you were in. They all all very wildly in appearance. You don't see a lot that look exactly like Foster, per se, because her one of her parents was at work.
Mm-hmm.
Even born are just around.
Okay. Never mind then.
Imagine there were some in every community when they went underground and just intermingled like everyone else did.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Intermingling.
Well, when you spend several generations underground, intermingling happens a lot. I don't know if you've ever seen any that look quite like her, or you definitely haven't seen anyone that like has this using their horns as a bow holder.
I've been sitting here this entire time wondering what kind of bow, and I forgot to ask, and I felt like it was too long for me to say anything.
Archery. The archery kind.
Yeah, I was like, is it like a pretty pink bow or like a bow? Either way, I'm curious.
Or is it a pretty pink archery bow?
It's not pink. Very natural looking.
There was a question that you asked me, and then we got very distracted.
Basically, what's going through your mind after that
Oh.
statement about you're the closest connection I have to her, even though she's not awake yet?
There's a lot of if you say so.
Fair reaction. Does anyone have additional questions for her?
How much further do we go? How much worse is this going to get?
We're almost there, and I'm kind of taking you around the back way. He's made some weird things recently, but this will get you around them and to where he was when he woke up, so maybe you can help figure some things out and I'll keep him distracted. See if maybe you can find something that I missed.
Well, everyone be on your guard.
She guides you and you see this first sign of a structure that you've seen in a very long time. This little looks like a house that was grown out of trees almost. It's got a flat roof. It's wide. This is where they're most likely to find who he's supposed to be. Not whoever he was told he was supposed to be. Or at least who he was. Supposed to be is a strong word phrasing. Things change over time, but I don't think this is who he would want to be. You see that she shows you to a doorway and says, go in there, he'll be safe in there. See what you can find. I'll go keep him occupied. Keep him in one place, so when you find what you're looking for, you can come find him. Maybe together we can help him remember who he is.
Good luck, I guess. Shall we?
Well, we've come this far.
She just walks away and disappears into the trees.
Home Bubbles has been magenta for a long time, which I don't know if y'all have put together the colors thing in character yet, but they all have meanings.
We know red is bad.
Red mad.
Red
mad.
Red is angry.
I do have a chart.
Is a mood ring.
Yes, he is straight up a mood ring. When we start, like, seeing something to do, he, like, switches to, like, yellowish green and just walks right up to the building.
That's the spirit.
So Punk Bubbles just waltzes right on in?
Yep. They
Knock.
knock.
Yeah, knock knock.
It doesn't sound like knocking. You ever thrown, like, one of those sticky hands at a wall?
That's what I was just thinking.
Splat.
It's just a splat.
Yes, there's just like, you hear a couple soft splats and just no response.
From what I've heard, that's a good thing.
Is it locked?
No. Looks like just a door that's shut to maybe keep critters out or keep, like, dirt and debris out.
We're critters, but we're going in anyway.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open the door.
We're the worst critters. We are critters that have a brain that can think and...
Sometimes.
I
Yep.
want to vibe check the house.
Yeah, just roll me a 20 as you look around. Are you inside or standing outside or?
Looking at it from the outside, that's a 10.
I believe that one's tough choice.
Yep.
I look forward to see what the choice is going to be about what is up with the house.
Either take a long time, get everything that there is to know about this house, or just kind of give it a quick glance, once over, vibe check, and maybe, like, miss something that could be maybe useful.
I'll go with the second one. I'll take the short time. We have a friend who's distracting someone and it could be bad.
Fair. So, you glance over. It looks structurally sound. You don't see any signs or something could be, like, at least on the outside where something could ambush you. It means it looks like it's easy enough to secure if something does come towards you. Doesn't seem like there's anything bad in there. Seems safe.
Okay, I'm going in the house.
So, you go inside. Korrin, are you also going inside?
Just one last glance around, make sure that there's no obvious threats, and then head inside.
So as you all head inside, you see... So a lot of the furniture looks like it was also, like, made from a growing thing. And it's... Unlike the weird growing that's happening outside, everything in here just looks... It's very simple, nothing fancy, but it's also just looks nice. Some of it's even, you would even call it beautiful, how well it's been grown and crafted. Looks like this might have been a place that someone lived who had a very simple lifestyle. I'll have y'all roll to see what else you might notice or find as you were looking around.
3.
Get new dice, Lex. Use different dice, maybe.
Look, I change every week when I play a game. I grab a random set of dice and I use it for a week. And this D20 apparently
Does not like you.
does not like me this week.
Or it just wants you to just be having fun, ignoring problems.
Punk Bubbles is vibing today.
Yeah.
True.
This is a nice place to vibe in. It's got a good feel to it.
Really, real homegrown vibes.
Punk Bubbles just goes and sits in the middle of the room, maybe.
If there's a bed, I'm gonna tuck in all the rocks in the bed.
There is a bed. So you start hiding rocks in the bed. You're tucking in all the rocks.
Yeah.
Cute.
It's precious. So what everyone else get as you're looking around?
I managed to get another 19.
So you have better dice luck.
We're in my element.
I got a 9.
9 is a tough choice. Again. Useful item or useful piece of information?
Ooh. That is a tough choice.
Would you like to wait to answer until I give Korrin what they found?
Yes.
What are you looking for? How are you going about looking with that 19?
I mean, we're trying to look for signs of who this person was. I would be most interested in the house itself, the furniture, the fact that it appears to be alive and growing and have just been formed this way, to see if there are any signs about what caused this, how it was done, how old it is, just how can I make me this house?
Fair. It is a very cool house. You are looking around for things like, maybe like tools or records or anything.
Mm-hmm. Any journals, any papers, any sigils or symbols that just hint at how this was done and who made this place. Because this is a very personal house.
There is a bookshelf that you find that has just a variety of books that all seem to be nature focused as you open and like flipped through them. Remarkably well preserved, but it feels like the craft that made these books is different than the craft that made the house. Like these might have been made or given from someone else who maybe shared interest or at least respected the interest of the owner of this house. And a lot of it's, as you're flipping through, is very old. Like some of it talks about plant life that hasn't existed, as far as you're aware of.
Pull out a notebook, start taking notes.
Also might occasionally talk about some geography that doesn't exist anymore. So some of these records are from a long, long time ago. And you're looking through those, you're looking for any things that look like more personal records kept by whoever lived here.
Any handwritten notes between the pages, any, like, this book was a gift to this person kind of deal.
You don't find any names that way. And occasionally, like, you'll come across a book where there's, like, a chunk missing, which there have been many books and records found where, like, not like a chunk of pages, but, like, some information off of the pages disappeared.
Huh.
A lot of the records found that were, like, things written before the War of the Gods that were found after. It is not that uncommon to find there are just pieces of information that have vanished. And there are also notes about, like, cultivation efforts for, like, repairing and rebuilding, regrowing. The person is very into nature.
Clearly.
And I'll say you also find a smaller, it looks like a more personal logbook where it's like they kept records of like different like plants that they found and flipping through, and this book has the most like where there's just pieces gone. Sometimes it'll be like just like what looks like a word or a name. Other times it's larger sections that are just gone. And then you get to something about I want to make sure that I am not forgotten. And there's something at the end that like you don't know if it's in a cipher or something, but there's like a word and it makes no sense. You can't make heads or tails of it. So Philomena, would you rather find a useful piece of information or a useful item?
Since Korrin is looking at information, I'll go for item.
Okay. So you're more like digging through this dude's closet, basically.
Sure.
Maybe he wrote his name in his underwear. Who knows?
Yeah.
You find looks like a bunch of farming implements and other things, and you're just digging through, looking through, and you find it's like a walking stick or a staff. And just looking at it, you don't know why, but like that's important. And it was like hidden behind some other stuff, and it was like almost like wedged behind a piece of furniture. You barely found it. I don't know why. That's important. That's important. I think he needs that back. Pry it out from behind the closet it got wedged behind.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to examine it to see if there are any markings on it, any symbols, carvings, etc.
Give me another roll.
It's an 18.
What originally looked like just normal like grooves that you would find in like just a stick someone picked up off the ground for a walking stick. As you look closer, it looks like this is a bit more like intentionally designed and crafted, and you can see signs where like this might have been like grown in a certain way to become what it is. Took a lot of time and care to make it, and this might have been the first thing that the owner of this house crafted. And you see there's some script along the side, and It says sometimes things just need a little help to get to where they need to be. And you can feel this has some kind of power to it. But it's not something you're sure you can tap into.
I found a stick. What'd you find?
The two of you share your discoveries.
Books. Really old books. There are things in here that I've never seen. Physically, because they're not around anymore. A stick? We're inside a house made of trees.
It's an important stick.
And she is actively holding a walking stick that's like twice her size.
The walking stick is 8 feet long.
Some walking sticks are really tall.
That's true.
He grew it. Might have gotten a little over enthusiastic. You don't know.
Sometimes things just need a little help to get to where they need to be.
Might actually say to grow to where they need to be.
Oh, even better. To grow to where they need to be.
Just realized the implications behind the original way that I said that. No, the stick will not teleport you.
What?
What? What'd you find in your books? Anything interesting?
Plants, geography, cultivation. Whoever lived here definitely had an interest in it all.
Wow, really? Would never been able to tell.
Well then.
Don't look at me like that. You do this all the time.
Fair. This is old stuff. Old world.
Pre-fall?
Is it pre-fall?
Some of it is, yeah.
For it to have survived this long is amazing.
Or an act of God?
Which one?
That's the question, I think.
Now, you said it was an important stick. How can you tell? It's a very nice saying. I might borrow it sometime.
It's magic stick. Maybe.
Yeah, that's probably an important stick. Magic sticks are, well, magic.
Yeah, I don't think I can use it, but I'm pretty sure it's a magic stick. You want to look at it? Here you go.
Oh, certainly.
Can I look at the book? I want to look at the book.
Oh, there's plenty of books. Take your pick. Be nice. Be gentle. They're old.
You say that like my home is not a library with
Give me a
old
20,
books.
see what you figure out.
6.
You learn something about the person who made it, or do you learn something about how it was made?
Oh, no! That is a very tough choice.
See, listeners, I am good at these when I actually have something I can hold over your head.
Do you get something that might help you on the mission that you're doing, or do you get something that your character really wants to know?
Meanwhile, Punk Bubbles is still tucking all the rocks in.
I'm now going to each one individually. Kiss on the rock. Kiss on the rock. And then I was gonna go, oh, cool stick.
We love punk bubbles in this house.
You don't stand punk bubbles,
Yeah,
you're wrong.
And in all houses.
Punk Bubbles is everywhere.
Yeah, whenever you make your decision, I was gonna check out the cool stick. I want to make a good roll. Just one.
You got one. So
Oh yeah,
far.
I did.
Casey, do you want to give me a roll to see what Philomena figures out with the notebook?
Is a 19 to look at the book.
Nice.
You know how to read.
Shut up! Phil lives in a library!
Phil spent most of her life in a library, so shush, Mrs. I grew up in the woods. You flip through, you see a lot of what Korrin did, where it looks like this might have been a personal record of like things that they were discovering. You see the spots where just information's just gone. Which, the only times you've seen that is when it's been information about a god that doesn't exist anymore.
Ah, the blank spots.
Which people have only written about those before the fall.
The blank spots in the books. My old nemesis!
Oh, did I forget to mention those? Whoops.
No, I knew about them. If they were pre-war, almost certainly.
Yeah, so you go through and you can see there's like a change in tone in what this person wrote about when you would imagine it would coincide with when the war started. And then you hit the part where Korrin wasn't able to make sense of it and you're able to read it. It's talking about how they want to make sure people stay safe. It's not their fault that this war is going on. Helping hide and protect, and there's someone that is helping them and some of the others hide and make sure things stay lost until it's time for them to be found. Because you can't destroy what you can't find.
Foster, come look at this. Right. Okay. Doing this myself.
No, you're not.
Korrin, what's your choice?
I want to know about who made this stick.
You come to possibly a surprising realization that this stick belongs to a god. A god who cultivated and tended and helped the growing things, at least in this area. Just like to help plants along. Someone who would go and help tend to the sick plants until they're growing better. It wasn't all crafting things into structures, though that was fun. Just a god of growing things. And also when you go to look at that where Philomena found the phrase, you see writing, you can't read it. And it seems like it's the same gibberish that stumped you in the journal.
Hiding.
You could
Lost
read this
hiding.
stick?
Yes, I could read the stick.
You could read the stick.
Lost people going, who helped the people leave? Who helped us go underground? Who were the gods that provided the underground spaces or led to the underground spaces? Do we know that? Did we know that? I don't know. I can't remember. This is why I need Foster.
You finally find a passage where you think you're going to learn the name. And it just says, she said she's hiding her name as a safeguard. And her followers will know them when they're ready.
She folks know when they're ready? When who's ready? When I'm ready? When they're ready? When the followers are ready? When the god is ready? Our, which implies more than one. So, a friend? Family? A lover? They had to have been close. Married gods?
Would anyone like to roll me a 20 to see what you're able to piece together from either the reading or
Or the
Philomena
battling?
talking?
Come on, PB.
Nat 20.
Yes! Beautiful. Beautiful.
I will do something this
They were the
day.
helpful gods who helped the people leave.
So what did everyone else get?
12.
15.
We're just stepping it there, and then PB comes in at the end.
Okay, so 12 piecing things together. What you all gathers, because there were a lot of rumors and theories about the war between the gods, what started it, who the war was between, the difference between the ones who are gone now and the gods who still remain. And one of the prevailing theories is there's two categories of gods sort of of the world, and then gods who were above the world. The ones above the world are gone. But the ones of the world who are tied to the people, it is believed firmly believe that they were part of how basically all living beings were not wiped out. Because they were the ones who helped people get out, like with the goddess of the underground helping people travel underground without being noticed, and other minor gods helped a lot. But the fact is, like, their records still remain. Information about them still remains. Their names still remain. And, like, the temples were not found for a while until it had been after a certain point of time after the war, when sometimes there would be, like, earthquakes or people would start to feel callings. That didn't happen until a couple of generations after people left the underground. And for what Punk Bubbles specifically realizes, can I have the other two deafen themselves for a moment? So Punk Bubbles, you have all those thoughts as well. And you realize there had to have been a reason that those records weren't found for a certain amount of time. A reason they weren't happened. A reason that they were underground or lost until it was time for them to be found again. And there's a reason that some of this connects to Philomena specifically. You just know Philomena's got a connection to a god.
Yeah.
She's connected to the god of lost and forgotten things, who is the only reason the gods who still remain are still around. And that goddess hasn't fully woken up yet. Because you imagine, keeping all of that information secret for so long would be exhausting. But it's been long enough since the others are starting to wake up that she is starting to wake up as well. And she has a very strong connection to Philomena.
Okay.
So Philomena could be the only one capable of remembering this god's name.
Oh. And spits out a book.
Oh.
Give me a 20 to see how helpful the book is going to be to communicate what you're trying to communicate.
2.
Oh.
So what book do you barf out? What is this book?
Forgotten Gods, Where to Find Them. I don't know. I don't know what the title would be.
I wonder if it's just a pamphlet on something about, like, maybe there's a reason these gods are forgotten. Would the two of you like Troll 20 to see what you can piece together from this, like, Forgotten Gods and Where to Find Them book that PB just worked up?
It's like someone's graduate thesis.
Got a 19.
I did steal it before they could hand it in, for sure.
Aww. Well, maybe they're on a better career path.
14.
I swear a barrel rolled away with it.
Did we just find out the backstory of the BBEG?
So, as you're, like, flipping through this thesis that just got worked up by Punk Bubbles.
Oh, it's slimy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Just be thankful you can read it.
Yeah, I flipped to page, like, 112, and just, like, hold it out. I don't know what's on there.
I think it's a theory that the gods forgot their own names. So that their names couldn't be taken from them. And if their names are forgotten, then their names can be, whatever they need them to be. And it's just a lot of rambling on and on. And you also get the feeling this person was not on the right track. I mean, it's an interesting theory as they're talking about, like, how the gods survived. It's like, maybe, like, they made a pact to combine their names into one name, so they would only have to, like, remember the one name, and then they buried it somewhere, and there might be, like, some details that are correct, but otherwise this reads like someone who's just BSing their way through things. It's one of those... The things that they are referencing as source material might be more useful than this.
Just start cross-referencing the bibliography with the bookshelf.
The bookshelf is plant books, not theology.
To some people, plants are a religion.
Obviously, I flipped to page 112, because that's the bibliography.
I can't help but wonder if the gods forgot their name and remembered a different name as their own. Maybe that could cause some things to change in strange and terrible ways, like, oh, say, plants growing back wrong.
That's entirely possible, but then we would need to find...
Does that line up with what you told me, Bree?
Pieces of it, yeah. But I will also add in that Hyson told you that when he woke up, someone lied to him about who he is.
That's right. Hyson said that somebody lied, which means that it's... Oh! I go back to my book. They hid their names from themselves. So a plant god and a knowledge god, maybe, who would have the power to hide a name. A god of knowledge, of wisdom, maybe? A patron of libraries?
A god of forgetting things? Of hiding things?
Punk Bubble just looks right at when you say the god of forgetting things.
A god of forgetting?
Just bright yellow, jumping up and down.
So
A god of forgetting.
If there's a god of forgetting, is there a god of remembering?
You read in the person's record that their followers will remember when the time's right, or when they're ready.
Followers. When they're ready. Followers when they're ready.
So when the people are ready for the gods to come back, their names will be remembered?
Or when the gods are ready to wake up, the people will remember their names?
Or when the gods wake up and the people are ready for them, they give the gods a new name. I don't know.
I'm gonna rudely go through Philomena's stuff real quick to find the rock I gave them earlier.
PB? What are you...
Well, I just put it on a desk and pointed the rock.
Okay. A rock.
I start miming looking for a rock and point at the rock.
Looking for a rock? Looking at a rock?
And I point at Philomena. Specifically Philomena.
Do you want to roll a 20 to see if you can make sense of Punk Bubble charades?
Looking rock. Look rock. 14.
I think he's telling you rock.
Well, thank you.
So Punk Bubbles, what does she get that you're trying to communicate?
You have to find the name. Specifically you.
Specifically me.
You. Yeah, you.
Me. I have to look for a rock?
Rock is the name.
Okay.
Rock is the physical representation of the name.
I have to find the name. Me, specifically.
Whoa.
I have to be ready?
Whoa.
Okay. I would like to be ready, please.
And then I give you back the rock.
But are you ready?
I don't know. Probably not, giving that's my answer.
Yeah.
How do I get ready? How do I become ready? Okay, everybody shut up. I'm gonna do something.
Okay.
No one was talking, but sure.
I am going to attempt to invoke. It costs 3 AP, and you can speak with your deity or if your deity is unavailable, a stand-in for your deity for a minute. Do I have to roll for that? I don't know.
Normally you wouldn't, but I'll say roll an upgrade.
Drama.
Because typically you don't have to, but this will be one of those who answers.
Okay, it's a 16.
You succeed.
In the unknown name of the god who has chosen me for their service, I ask for guidance.
You get the feeling it's less of a verbal response that you hear, but you get the distinct impression that they're listening.
There's something happening in these woods. A corruption. We think it has to do with a member of your kind who was incorrectly informed of themselves. Can you assist us on finding the right path?
Hear this faint voice echoing back. Sounds like your voice almost. Go and speak with him. You will know what you need to know. This is the first time you've heard a voice of your god.
I think that the shock of actually getting a response breaks me out of my concentration. Shit, no, wait! I'm not getting back there. Okay. So we go and talk.
What? What just happened?
I think I talked to God. So let's go and talk to another god.
Okay then. How do you feel?
I'm panicking, but we gotta go. Let's. I don't know where we're going. I've forgotten their name.
Tyson?
Yeah. Did they give us a way to contact them, or were they coming back for us? Or do we just have to, like...
She was gonna keep him nearby. She didn't specifically say where or how to find her, but you get the feeling probably somewhere where you'd be able to find him pretty easily.
Well, alright then. Punk Bubbles, grab your rocks or leave them to sleep, then let's go find a god with a stick.
I leave them to sleep. They're very tired.
Oh,
It's been a long way.
quite the journey. Lead the way, little one.
Okay.
There's nothing I love more than Punk Bubbles having the biggest lore reveals.
It happens more
That's
often
my
than you'd think.
favorite.
It does. Okay. Okay.
You are okay.
Give me a stick. I think.
1. Alright, let's go. Just breathe.
So I lead the way outside.
You don't know how, but it's just like when you went to the library. The first time you know where to go.
I follow it.
And it doesn't take long before you are all fully aware that this is the right direction, because you can hear the conversation going on. They're not being quiet as Tyson's like, no, this is not who you are. I know, this is the first person you talk to, they're very convincing. I've known you for much longer. Can you listen to me, please? No, this is who I am. You see there's another figure. And they also look kind of like twisted and wrong. It looks like this is actually perhaps like a tree person? Those exist. You might not have seen them. They tend to kind of hang out and stick to themselves. But it's not unheard of.
Sticks.
But it looks like he's been shaping his own form into something that's like jagged and twisted and wrong.
She's right.
Who are you? Turns to face the three of you. He's tall. Looks like he's been turning himself into a monster. You don't know what he used to look like, but you know, like, this appearance just feels wrong.
When he asks who we are, is your Punk Bubbles? And I go violence mode.
Just hold out the staff in front of us.
My name is Phil, but that's not important. What's important right now is who you truly are.
I know who I am.
Do you?
I am the maker of twisted things. Who are you to come into my domain?
Punk Bubbles.
Well, you are an interesting little guy, aren't you?
So,
I wonder what I can make you into.
Stop. I come at the behest of a friend who has known you for centuries past and has known you before you were convinced that you are twisted. Have you seen yourself? Do you know how you started?
When I woke, I knew nothing. But the one who was there when I woke told me what I needed to know.
They told you wrong.
My name is Keldrash, the Monster Maker. And as he says that, you know his name. Check your text messages.
It's not. You are Thistos, and you are god of growing things, of life and of cultivation.
He staggers backward at the name, and you see the sharp edges and twists start to kind of like shrink down on him.
You have been told a lie, and this is not your fault. You just needed a little help to grow the way you need to be.
With each word, you see the form shrinking and changing back into. I mean, he's still pretty tall. Just like looks like if a little old man were a tree, and 9 feet tall. You see Hassan smiling. That's more like it.
I believe this is yours. Kind of holds out the staff with a bow.
Oh, yes, that is mine. Oh, I've missed this and the wonderful things I used to make. Looks around him. Oh, I have a bit of work to do, don't I? This won't do. Just immediately goes over and just starts just like, oh no, little friend, that's not what you want to look like. You see this messed up, angry looking bush just starts to settle down like he's calming down a puffed up cat.
That's what I was thinking.
And Hassan's like, there we go. It'll take some time, but this will get back to it the way it was supposed to be. Thank you. I couldn't have done that on my own. Not that I didn't try.
Oh dear.
It's a bit of an old one, but it grows on you.
I hope not literally.
Pun intended?
What is pun?
I don't know how to explain puns.
I
We're
don't
gonna
know what
leave
you
that,
mean.
I think, where it is. Just, yeah.
Maybe you'll figure it out on your own someday.
Genuinely confused.
Oh.
I believe you had somewhere to go in.
Yes.
I'll show you there. Just heads off into the woods.
I just go up to I already forgot his actual name, Thomas.
Thistos.
Thistos? Yeah, I knew there's a TH in there.
Yeah.
I just hand him all those butterflies I've been catching. They're all just gross and gooey. They're alive, but like they're
I'll be fine.
just a pile of butterflies, and they run off into the woods.
That was strange. It's okay. I'll fix it. You see the slime coming off of them.
Pardon my asking, but do you recall anything of the one who gave you that false name?
Remember, he was a strange man. Looking back, I shouldn't have believed him. I should have known. But he was very convincing.
Hindsight is a lot easier. Convincing how?
As he spoke, as he fed me those things that were not true about myself, I just believed them. Because I didn't remember yet, and I remember now. It's like he got to me before those memories came back.
Harrowing indeed. I suppose I'll leave you to your work. It's quite beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I'll get this all back how it wants to be later. I have a lot of apologizing to do. beware in case you come run across this fellow. He's very convincing. And then proceeds to describe someone that Philomena, you know their face very well. Describes the warlord as he would have looked 20-some odd years ago. Description is exactly picture perfect for what you saw that day. And what has been haunting your dreams ever since.
Oh, that is the bastard that threw me off a cliff.
Oh, that's very unkind. I don't like him.
Yeah, can't say I'm a fan for multiple reasons at this point.
Yes, he's quite troublesome.
I'd say so.
I wish you well. Nice against him, and thank you for helping me remember.
You're welcome, but we have to go. If he gets there, he might try to do it to everyone.
Let's go. All right. She can help you get there. We know where it is. And you run off after Hassan, and she leads you through the woods for a while. And this is a lot more of a straight path than the kind of winding road she took before. There's a town up here. It's the people I told you about that something happened. I think you may be able to help them too. And then they can get you to where you're going. And she says that you come across this. It was well concealed. You didn't see it until you were up close to it. You probably never would have found it on your own. But it's this very charming, large town hidden in the middle of the woods. It looks like it might have been partially crafted, or at least people sort of following in the footsteps of how Thistos made things. And you see everyone's been turned to stone.
Being changed is an understatement, if you ask me.
The things to fix them are here.
How long have they been like this?
For a long time. You'll find what you need to fix them here. Just hands Korrin a book.
Thank you.
This will get to you need to know. Fix this. And in the center of the town, you see two statues that looked like they have the most active postures of anyone. It could have been worse, but they acted fast enough to basically preserve everyone from the monster that was there. And the last image we see is those two statues. One's a female orc warrior lifting a sword above her head, while next to her a demon-born man appears to be casting something. And Philomena, they do strike you as very familiar.
Right. We helped the town. 20 years.